Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. It's Orioles baseball, and it's coming up next. Jose Quintana, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Kevin Biggio, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and it's fouled away.
First pitch, 136.
The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Whoa, he was swinging out of his shoes on that changeup. Must have looked real good coming in, but a different story.
And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
The mark of a great pitcher is the ability to put people away when you have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
Acuna digs in now. On a line to shortstop, and the runner gets back. No double play.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Miguel Sano.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department.
Yeah, guys, this isn't a shocker right here. He is definitely known as one of the best pure power hitters in baseball these days.
First things first, here's a comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. On a line to shortstop, and it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settle with just the 1 out.
The first baseman, Vladimir
Next to bat for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In yesterday's game, he was responsible for the only run driven in by his club. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
0-1, no strike.
Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, this is a big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roll? They're about to head on a 9-game road themselves and salvage the last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight, makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
A ball and a strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball that can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Biggio, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. Jays 0, O's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Patrick Corbin gets the ball for the Blue Jays in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
All the way back from Tommy John surgery. This guy's a really good pitcher. There are a lot of teams in baseball that would love to have him in their rotation. Not an overpowering fastball, but a good one. 89 to 93 miles an hour. Slider, without a doubt, his best off-speed pitch. And if he's throwing strikes with that slider, look out. He can shut any team down.
Now with the play, Tyler Freeman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. To third. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Batting second, the third baseman, Hunter Alberto.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is a big one for this ball club.
The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
Count is 1-2.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He stays alive, still 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Bichette gathers it in, and there are 2 away now. Here's Miguel Andujar now, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Now the pitch.
Ball 1.
Two out, nobody on. Fastball just missed above the zone.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
To 2-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Heading out towards shallow right. Gurriel is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Standing in, Lourdes Gurriel. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat.
Count 1-0.
So far this year against Southpaws, Gurriel brings in a batting average right at .330, so this is an at-bat you won't want to miss.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Drilled to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
That is big. The left fielder, number 2, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos now. as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. The average is at 308 entering play. 8 home runs and 43 RBIs. Comes set with the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
Hey, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here. Try and dominate and execute a fastball in, and then get the guy sitting inside trying to be quick to everything, and then pull the string a little bit on a nasty changeup.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Fielded cleanly. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
That is 7. The third baseman, number 6, Travis Shaw.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Into the flag court and gone. A solo home run there for Travis Shaw. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Fouled away. The average sits at 286 here to start play. 7 homers and 21 driven in. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Jay's off to a good start thanks to the solo shot. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Toronto. In now for the O's, Mike Ford. And he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball 1.
Now the 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Acuna. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Ready now for Baltimore, Anthony Santander. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a ball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. A swing and a ground ball to third. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Austin Hayes the next to bat. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. Here comes the first pitch. He's got it. Hayes, a native Floridian. He's got plenty of contract security. This is the first year of a new 5-year deal.
And I can't tell you what that means for a ball player. To be able to know you're going to make your home for many years to come in one community. You can invest in the team, invest in the community, and really, really plant down roots. This is an unbelievable opportunity.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Bichette's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They still trail 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Bichette. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. First offering on its way. The windup and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Hit to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Biggio. He singled to open up the ball game.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate.
0-1 count and the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. He loses him on ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Stepping in for the Jays, Ronald Acuna hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. The second for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Here's Miguel Sano. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Here comes the first pitch. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Comes set, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
The 0-2. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
A 1-2 pitch. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. 2-2. Here it is. Fouled off. The 2-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw goes to third, and oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. 2 runs on the board after that home run by Miguel Sano. 29 home runs for him on the year, and the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff. Homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit weakly on the ground to short. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. Bottom of the third coming up. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Jays.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Currently, they rank dead last in the league in team batting average and, perhaps more importantly, runs scored. As one of the coaches told me, the entire organization is pulling their hair out trying to figure out how to put a more potent lineup on the field, but that's not something that changes overnight. He said it's going to be a process to become the team we want to be, but we're willing to do the hard work that it's going to take to get there. Matt?
For the Orioles.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Yusniel Diaz is the next to bat. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And that's the first out. So 1 gone in the inning now as we take a look at the AL East standings to check out where the Blue Jays land coming into this one. At the plate, Jose Rondon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch.
That's the ball.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
To first, fielded cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready now, Pedro Severino. You've seen that average climb during his 7-game hitting streak. First pitch of the at-bat. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Line toward the alley in left center. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Digging in, Tyler Freeman, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming, here it is. Clearly fooled there on the slider. 2 out with the man at first. And he falls behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Orioles leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi. Into the box now, Lourdes Gurriel, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. The pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Now the 2-0.
Nope, that's the ball.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
Here it comes on 3-0. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. So he's aboard here with the leadoff walk, and this has been a very patient ball club so far this year as we view the league leaderboard for team walks. And you can see right there that these guys rank 2nd in the AL in that category. Now at the plate, Nicholas Castellanos. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Into the bleachers and gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 9 on the year. And the Blue Jays are running away with it here. It's now a 5-0 ball game.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the third homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
The third baseman, number
And
6.
that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And it's 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
And he loses him on a breaking ball.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Striding into the box, Salvador Perez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Under it is Hayes, and that's the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Bo Bichette. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Santander is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for route number 2. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Kevin Biggio. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. From the belt, the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Orioles nothing. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll give way to the third baseman, Hanser Alberto.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Next will be the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. From the belt, the pitch.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
The 0-1 pitch. A shot down the first baseline. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
So base is empty now after the double play. And here comes the first baseman, Mike Ford. The pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Orioles nothing. Dylan Tate, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 55, Dylan Tate.
At the plate, Ronald Acuna. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Number 13, Ronald.
Here comes the first pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a sliding effort there, but that ball had eyes, and the leadoff man's on base to start the inning. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
So now to the plate, Miguel Sano, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Five runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No balls and 1 strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Too high, ball 3.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. There's one. On to first to complete the double play.
The right fielder, number 15, Lourdes Gurriel.
Ready for another chance? Lourdes Gurriel. First offering on its way.
Nope, that's inside.
Hit on the ground is short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Jays lead it 6-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and coming forward is the switch-hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
So stepping in, Austin Hayes. Here's the first pitch to him. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Behind 0-2 now. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked them up completely with that one.
In now, Yusniel Diaz, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Nope, that's foul.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
The 2-1 home. High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Again, he sends it out of play. Takes this the other way to right. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here now is Jose Rondon, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. Two guys in scoring position right here.
And the second run will come across as well, so they're on the board at least. It's 6-2 now.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with two strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Comes set, and the 0-1.
Look out, 1-1.
Runner at first here, one man out. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that misses 2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Acuna giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Tyler Freeman. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit down the line at first. A runner on first with 2 away. swing, and he pops him up. Shaw in foul ground, and this will land foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. Toronto leads this one 6-2. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Nicholas Castellanos.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
No balls and a strike to count. High in the air out to center field. Under it is Hayes, and that's the first out of the inning. Travis Shaw will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That evens it up 1-1. Fouled away. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
And up steps Salvador Perez as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now the pitch. Popped him up. Ford moving to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead it 6-2. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go as the 3rd baseman, Hanser Alberto. First pitch coming, here it is. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Here's the pitch.
That's ball 3.
Miguel Andujar waits on deck. The 3-1 pitch. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Ford. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
0-1 count and the pitch.
0-1. 1-1.
Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up to second for one. On to first, a double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Digging in the switch hitter, Anthony Santander. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch, got the double play. But don't kid yourself, there's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs 1 more out.
This is on the ground over to first. And that is into right field, a base hit. And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one.
Hey, there's a clean base hit right there, D-Row, to drive that runner in from third base.
Yeah, he was telling the boys, get it ready right here. I'm going to walk home on this one. That was easy to read through the hole, and he was able to take his time scoring from third.
To the plate now, Austin Hayes, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. And the run will score all the way from first. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Standing in now, Yusniel Diaz, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Line towards center field. Acuna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the O's 4. Seventh inning ready to roll, and into bat next the legacy Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
The 1-0 is a good slider, swung on and missed. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Now the payoff pitch home is in there, a called strike 3.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Into the box, Kevin Biggio. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Fouled off. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Popped him up. Severino is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. At the plate, Ronald Acuna. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Inside, ball 1.
Pitch on the way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Santander grabs it to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They still lead at 6-4. Austin Adams will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Number 63, Austin Adams.
Bottom of the inning now, and set to go is the second baseman, Jose Rondon.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
First pitch on its way. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
0-1 pitch on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
2 mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
At the plate, Pedro Severino. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. The 1-0 home is chased out of the zone for strike 1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
1 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now. 1-2, here it comes.
Ball back outside.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box now, Tyler Freeman. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Score remains steady at 6-4. Evan Phillips has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 58, Evan Phillips.
Ready to begin the 8th, and standing in is the DH, Miguel Sano.
Designated hitter, Miguel Sano.
Now here it comes.
Nope. Ball 1.
And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D-Roll, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. The 1-1 home. Phillips is a guy known for his lights-out stuff who tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning. So now to the plate, Lourdes Gurriel. Popped him up. Ford waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter,
Nicholas Castellanos will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. He's set. Here it comes.
1-0. Outside.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
The 2-0 on the way. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Blue Jays held in check. They're up 6-4. Jose Leclerc is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 25, Jose Leclerc. Leading off for the Orioles, the third baseman, Hunter Alberto.
Here's the first pitch to him, and a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first in time, one away. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Miguel Andujar. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
1-0 count. Here it is. Bases are empty. One man out. This one is launched. Look at this. And this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. And this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
That bomb didn't tie things up, but they're only down 1 right now and feeling pretty good they can come back.
Now batting, the first baseman.
In now, Mike Ford. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Count remains full. Another full count pitch home. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Anthony Santander the next to bat. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
That's a ball.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
There's a strike. It's 2-1. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll dive back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
At the plate now, Austin Hayes. Pitch inside the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Ryan Mountcastle is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. All set to start the 9th in this one, and standing in is the veteran third baseman Travis Shaw.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, number 6, Travis Shaw.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 1-1. And a swing and a miss at the curveball. A great pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the 9th.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Into the box, Salvador Perez. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
To the plate now, Bo Bichette. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Sent out to straightaway center field. Hayes on the run for it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Nothing further in the Toronto ninth. Last chance coming up for Baltimore. They're down just 1. It's 6-5. Ken Giles comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 51, Ken Giles.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. And standing in, the outfielder, Austin Hayes.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
And that's waved at and missed for strike one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Ball inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hammered the other way to deep right field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting.
So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Stepping up to the plate, Yusniel Diaz. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch.
Woo, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
0-1 pitch on its way. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Giles has tossed over 30 innings so far this season, and through those innings he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on. Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. So a full count now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Striding in, Jose Rondon. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. As a look, now the pitch. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside.
clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
No, that's down.
You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll dive back in. Payoff pitch one more time, and a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Standing in now, Pedro Severino, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Down and away, ball 1.
21.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. Fouled off. Baltimore down to their final strike. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Man, a hitter must feel hopeless against that kind of gas. That final pitch was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and this thing is over.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. Toronto took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Patrick Corbin gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Jose Quintana was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Ken Giles hammers down the save, his 27th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon.